friends. Welcome. I would like to welcome everybody who's found their way to our webinar. It's Fiber Art Now's new interactive side of the magazine. FANFare is an opportunity for us to partner with our sponsors and bring contemporary and compelling artists and authors live to our creative community. This is not a smoothly produced TV program with lots of cameras and editors, but this is our way to keep our textile community connected. The heart of Fiber Art Now is in our quarterly magazine, and I hope you've checked that out. So today, we are pleased to be talking with Robbin Firth, and it's appropriate that Robbin is our first guest. She was one of the first businesses that purchased an ad in the first issue of Fiber Art Now. This fall, Fiber Art Now is launching its 4th year of publication. So Robbin, thank you for believing in us from the start.
Oh, thank you. It's been wonderful.
If you are on Facebook, you will know Robbin is a gentle soul with a big heart. Her business, HeartFelt Silk Studios, is aptly named. Before we get going, if you are joining us live, please feel free to type into the chat box any questions or comments on the right-hand side of your screen, and we'll do our best to include those comments and questions in our conversation today. I know everybody's busy, so I thought I would at least give you my proposed agenda for the day. If you can't make the whole hour that we're talking, you can come back to Fiber Art Now website, and the video will be housed there. All our videos. We're going to be doing this. We've got some great guests coming up, so I hope you go along with us on this journey. So here's my agenda. So first today we're going to start live in Robbin's studio. You can see all the work and her projects she's got going there, and it's just eye candy for all of us. So that's where we're going to begin our questions. The second area we're going to talk about is her newest felting tools that are carefully crafted, and she was showing me some new ones with new notches and points, and I was just amazed. The third area is the business of how she leases her studio space, and her gallery, and she's teaching and selling, and she even finds time to do her own work, and yes, she does dye her own fibers. And then last, I want to know what's coming up in October and beyond, because Robbin has a lot of stuff going on. Okay, so let's get going. Robbin has been working in fiber for over 18 years. She and her husband, Harry, who is a fine wood craftsman himself, have developed an amazing line of felting tools called the Palm Washboard. These tools have taken the felting community by storm, but more on that later. So Robbin, welcome, and let's start talking about your studio and what you've got going on back there. I hear we're live from your the gallery itself.
Right, we are. So you'll see people walking. It's an open studio, meaning I'm watched all day and visited all day, which can be difficult at times, but I do enjoy it. It is different for me, but I enjoy it.
Yeah, are you? You can see in the background people walking through. Do they often come over to your tables while you're working and ask you questions?
They do. They will say, "What are you doing? What are you making?" A lot of people don't know what felting is, and then they'll know what felting is, and then they'll see me use that Palm washboard, and they'll say, "Well, what is that?" So it is. There's always a story to be told with everything I'm making. It's fun. It's fun to share.
What do you have on your working tables right now?
Right now, I have a couple tables in here. So one table is full of locks because I've been sorting and separating locks to get ready for the October workshop. And then right now, I've changed my mind like 3 times on a wall hanging. So I have that, but I don't know how good you'll be able to see it. But I can almost pick it up because most of my work is the wall hangings become pre-felt stage, and it's layers and layers. And you can see the frame. The frame is already felted in, so it'll hang from the top.
Mm-hmm.
2 little nails. And I do that a lot with my work, is the stick is felted right into the back. I don't know if people,
Yeah,
it's a
I
good
could see
view,
that.
but that's what's on my table. And look, it's half felted, so a lot of my work is that way because that's how I add too. I just keep adding. So.
And with that stick in the back, how do you take it from there?
From there, well, I use that edge. Remember that little edge palm washboard I was telling you about? That has the deeper grooves, so you can even peek because it's in a pre-felt stage. The stick is in there.
Okay. Okay. Wow, that's so cool.
Yeah. So a lot of the wall hangings are done that way. It leaves the piece with a great drape. They come off the wall a little bit, and they're actually very lightweight. All the wall hangings.
Do you have any work you want to share with us? I know I know Kirsten was, I keep seeing Kirsten on Facebook modeling different things. Could we entice her to?
Yeah,
possibly?
we could grab her to grab a shawl maybe, and you can see Kirsten because she is my tech help today. Or try on a shawl and come say hello. And there's many back here, but she's going to grab my favorite.
Okay. And
I think everybody's seen her in this one too. And she is such a great model. Here she comes.
all right. All right.
There's Kirsten.
Oh, there it is.
There it is. One of
You
my
want
favorite.
to talk about how you felted that or the process of that?
Yeah, the process. I'm starting out with a 19 count merino on the back, very lightweight. And then, of course, that great little edge palm washboard. It's all done in layers separately. And it's just the groove of the edge palm washboard that locks them in place.
Okay.
And it's one layer and a resist and a layer and a resist and a layer, and you just keep going. And like I said, it's a base of merino, and then the technique of flipping it when you're ready to complete the piece to make sure it's attached. All the locks are attached to the merino. It's flipping it and making sure you're using the palm washboard and the resistor still in, and it works. It's my own method. I am self-taught and a lot of trial and error, and these are fabulous.
Do you want to talk about thank you, Kirsten, you are a rock star for all of us here. Do you want to talk about your dyeing process that, you dye all your
Yep, I dye a lot of the merinos, and I dye a lot of the silks, and everything from the cultivated silks to the tussa silk fibers. And everybody kind of laughs when they hear how I do it, but I'm self-taught with this also. I've always used the microwave. So I'll pick up microwaves at garage sales, and I do it in glass casseroles. And you can get 3 or 4 yards of fabric in a casserole, and I do it in styrofoam cups and eyedroppers. It's a method of dyeing that works. The dyes pool. Of course, you have to have your silk the right consistency of it being wet to get the dyes to pool. So many trial and error, and it really works well for me. I really enjoy the process of mixing and blending the colors. Sometimes it's a surprise, and that's what I like about it. It's the element of surprise when you pull it out of the microwave and rinse.
Yeah.
I love it.
A couple people in the chat room are asking to show your beautiful silk shawl with the curled ends.
Oh, this one here, right here.
Yes, I think that's what she means.
The ruffle.
That ruffled scarf.
Yeah, the mega ruffle wrap. Yep, and that is I'm probably going to offer that as a new workshop. There's been a lot of asking about it, and for as elegant as it looks, it really is a simple process. And there was very minimal rolling on that. It was done in layers with resists, with the palm washboard, and it's extravagant. I don't know if the drape is exquisite. I can even put it on for you.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Watch out. I just don't have to cover your microphone because you're going to be able to hear. But yes.
Yep.
That's really.
Here we are.
That's a showstopper.
It is. It's a beauty.
Awesome. So what kind of, the other day I heard you mentioning that you were sprinkling, banana silk, literally from, where do you get banana silk?
Banana silk, I have been getting it from Robbin Fibers, and they get it from India, the mills, and they do it in a productive manner that helps the women in India, which is pretty fabulous. But banana silk, this is banana silk. It is one of my favorite. It is gorgeous. It's a little thicker than silk. These are silk thrums, and I love them too. Silk thrums are the waste off of looms that they make saris. Banana silk is from a banana tree. People think it's a synthetic, but it's not. It is rayon, and rayon is pulp from a tree. So if you all look at a banana tree, you'll see all the little wisps of fibers on the base of the tree. This is banana silk, and it is beautiful.
And when you're embedding that into the felt, is it hard to? Do you have to work harder at it?
I tell people when I'm teaching workshops here, I tell them, think of it as decorating cookies. Sprinkle it, and the palm washboard just adheres it so fast. And you can, it's a visual thing. You can just see them squiggling and tightening up, and that's when I teach a beginner's class. I always use them because they can actually see the fibers shriveling and shrinking and felting right in. It's a great fiber.
Okay, so what artists inspire you? Do you have any specific artists that you think about and you're like, love that?
Oh, well, Sandra Struck-Germain, she has caught me from the very beginning. She was one of our first people to buy a palm washboard, and we've become such great friends. But her work is just amazing. The scale of it, it's so large. And Jan Waller is another one. Her color and her depth and her work that's amazing. And she's just a sweetheart of a woman too. Pamela McGregor, she inspired me. I just recently did a workshop, and never really did vessels or sculpt, but left that workshop just really wow. It opened my whole mind to a different creativity in my felting. So really thankful to all these wonderful felting artists.
It's such a lively community, global community. I see this all from my vantage point on social media, and through the magazine. We just are like over the top with all the different ways in different corners of the globe, how they're using different tools and different ideas. But so that just leads me into your palm washboards and the new ones you have. Do you want to share some of those with us today?
Yeah, Harry's always creating something new when I show him.
Harry is a rock star.
He is, and he's just always coming up with little ideas, and then I'm like the little test pilot. Let me see if that will work for me. And sometimes I'll tweak it and I'll say, well, can you do this or can you do that? So the recent new one was the wedge, and this one took a little bit of time. We thought we had it, then we didn't have it. Then we went back. It was the sole purpose was multifunctional with this one. I wanted a round end. I wanted a tip. I wanted a groove on the side. for structural felting, pleating, get inside vessels, wanted the handle to be comfortable. So it's just a great one, and if you have one, I think you might as well have them all because they're beautifully made. But yeah, it's a fun one, and I'm doing a lot more diagonal lines in my felting with some of the wall pieces. So I really wanted some sharpness to a tool, and this is the one. And he also has a little tiny one, which I'm thrilled. And it's coming. I know people are asking for it, and I'm going to call it the mini wedge. It's just the tiniest, handiest little tiny tool, and you can see the size difference. It's going to be a fun one.
So
we've got little tight areas. Yeah, it's going to be fun. Fun tool.
I can't wait, and I can see people are already asking questions about the future,
Okay.
but hold on. Robbin's going to get to what's going on pretty soon here. Tell us about what artists are using those tools? Where in the universe are your washboards going?
They're everywhere, and we're so thankful that they're so loved and well received by all. I can say Denmark, I can say Sweden, I can say Japan, Germany, the UK, Spain. This morning was Spain. So it's amazing. It's amazing, and we're so thankful for the support. And we're tickled. The tools take carry. I've been helping lately because fall is upon us. The one tool takes about 6 days to make. So the wood is milled at the house, and in eco-friendly. We're eco-friendly. We're not chopping down trees or anything. We search for lost, damaged, old, taken down trees. And Harry mills them, and then the whole cutting process begins. And the longest part is that beautiful epoxy, 3-part epoxy finish. It's three days on one side, 3 days on the other side. So, yeah. We're doing it all at home.
And I noticed there's a certain artist that I'm familiar with because she's one of the Fiber Art Now team, but Elena Rosenberg has her beautiful knitted work, and I often see a pin, shawl pins that Harry has done for her.
Yes, we do that for Elena because we love her work, and it is so wonderful that they go so well together. So yes, we love doing them for Elena. They look beautiful on her work, and we're thrilled that she loves them, and we love Elena.
So I wanted to go on a little bit on the business side of things because I'm amazed at how you can spin so many plates. And I know artists have a hard time just marketing themselves. It's always a struggling point. Artists just want to work in their silos, but you have managed to, work in your gallery, and your gallery's an amazing, studio. You're teaching, you're selling, you're staying creative in your own, your own way. Do you have any tips on how you do that?
And sometimes at the end of the day, I ask myself, how did I get through that day? But it's passion, for one. It's the love for everything that I do and the people around me, and the support of many, many, many people. All of these people that I have met and engaged with and communicate with, that's all part of it. That keeps me going. It's stressful. Being an artist, I think, is very stressful. I did this full time now, so the unknowing is always there because you're either waiting for a sale, hoping your classes fill. That's very scary. That's very scary as an artist. But if I didn't take this opportunity, I would have always wondered and lived with the regret of not knowing. So I took the jump, went full time, and loving it. It's a wonderful experience. It is.
Well, do you have any tips to help other artists with the marketing component?
Well, I have Elena, Rosenberg, who helps me a lot. She kind of keeps me on my straight and narrow. But I believe it's the social part of it too, connecting with your people, making friends, connection with people, communicating with people. And I try to do that every day with everybody, emails to Facebook. If they want help, I want to give it. And I think that's part of my marketing skill, is to be there for people.
Right. And you are, and you can see that all over Facebook, in the social media. I find that is so important for to see how artists are interacting. It's and sharing and supporting each other along the journey. I just think that's you are a superstar doing that all the time.
Oh,
Every time I go on Facebook, I see, oh, Robin's already liked that and commented on that piece. So
I love it. I love it.
Yeah. So what's coming up in October and beyond? I know you've got so many amazing things happening.
It is. I took the jump, and I'm offering workshops. Ruth, the owner of Seasons, has offered me to use the space, so we will be through the whole gallery. The artists I have coming in, we're excited. I have a list, so I don't forget anybody's name. We have the wonderful Dawn Edwards doing the eco printing and felted hats, and then we have Becky Utek right here from Minnesota coming in for a felted block pillow and a birdhouse. Thrilled. Then we have me doing the felted block, the shawl that you've seen Kirsten in. So that was a big hit for me this year, because I haven't taught a lot of my larger garments, which is something new for me that I'm going to start offering here, is the larger scale garments. Then we have the wonderful Beth Marks coming in from California to do her vest workshop, and people are really excited about that one. Then we have Jan Waller coming for her landscape felting, which we are going to have fun. And then we have the wonderful Ruth Walker, who I've known for many years and admired her beautiful hats. So that is going to be
that website
fabulous.
up on the top there. Hopefully, those of you who are live can click on that and see the lineup. Do you want to talk about the show in the gallery?
Oh, yes. And then the 3rd, October 3rd, there'll be opening night of a fiber show. We have artists that are me, myself, my work. We'll have Pamela McGregor. We will have Dawn Edwards. We will have Jan Waller, Becky Utek, and I hope I'm not forgetting, and Elena. Elena's knitting and with Harry Shalpins. So we're thrilled that Elena, and we hope we get some jewelry, Elena. We want to see some of that beautiful jewelry here in Minnesota.
Well, don't forget, and I'm just reminding everybody who's listening, Fiber Art Now on our website, we have a new calendar, and if you type in, it is so user-friendly. People can type in the date and location and even upload a picture, and then it goes on this global Google map. So if you're traveling to Minnesota or if you're traveling to Hong Kong, you could type in and see what fiber events are happening in that area. So please spread the word, everybody, and we'd love to get that going. Oh, yeah, there we go.
There's the new postcard going out for the First Friday event. We have everybody's work on there. It's going to be a great show. This will be Season's first fiber show, so we're excited. We're excited.
Awesome. I know before we went live, you showed me those little round things.
Oh, my upwoofing. My latest little craze. Yep. We are the only U.S. distributor right now of the Irene Vanderwoof's upwoofing products. The upwoofing mat. It does see those? And I'm going to line up some workshops coming later this year. So this came from this, and then you cut those tops off. Really. And the tops are here. They're like little half geodes. You can see them.
So beautiful.
So then my idea was, we can't let these go to waste. So I put them into a vessel and then cut them off again after I put them in, and boy, what a great technique, and so much color. And then of course I did little boats too, which is better than pottery because you can touch and they won't break.
Boy.
They're just fabulous. Fabulous stuff.
I want to touch all those because look, you can almost see through. They're transparent.
Yeah, and the bottoms too. Those fun.
That's fantastic.
Kirsten's helping me here. She's handing stuff.
Hey, Kirsten, thank you so much, Kirsten, over there. All right, so I know you have some thoughts about online workshops coming up.
Yes, we do. I'm hoping that November, December, I am going to have either webinar, or video. I haven't decided what direction, but there are so many people asking, and that is my plan, was to hopefully get it done this year, but it will be close. It will be close because it's in the works, and we're deciding what format we want to take. So I can't wait to share that with everybody.
Well, after working with you on this little webinar, you're very smooth at the presentation. So
thank you. So are you, Kimmy.
So here's a question. My last question that I'm going to ask every. We have a whole lineup of artists and authors that we hope to be interviewing on our webinar, FANFare's webinar. And so here's the question that Fiber Art Now magazine really wants to know. Where do you see the future of textiles going? Well, in the last couple of years, I've watched felt specifically just take off. So Kirsten, she's teasing me. I believe that it will grow, transform, become bigger than it is right now. The creativity and the element of surprise in all textiles will grow, and I think it inspires people. I think I like to see the global side happening. Yeah. Everybody from every corner of the globe, things going on. It's just really exciting. It is. So one last thing I want to try, since we're homegrown video. Mm-hmm. Let's try turning. Remember, the turning of the computer, so everybody can. Yeah. Okay, now bear with us. Studio? Yeah, bear with us, everybody. It's going to be a little rocky, but yeah, it's really messy in here. But you can kind of get a look. Oh yeah. Oh, look at that over there. Oh, that looks like heaven. I know, this is just beautiful. Oh boy. Oh, Robbin, that is fantastic. Well, okay. Thank you for being our first sponsor of our magazine and our first guest on our webinar series. If any of you missed today, as I said before, it'll be housed on our website. The questions won't necessarily be the typing opportunity, but you will see actually a very good quality video. So I want to thank all our guests for standing in here with us, signing up and trying to brave the webinar technology. And Robbin, you and Harry and Kirsten and of course Mick and the gang, yeah, the mascots. The mascots. We really appreciate what you guys do and how you, I don't know, how you support the whole creative community. Well, we thank you, Fiber Art Now. We love you all. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.